Oh God, I messed up the... Hi guys, I'm John Garage, and today I'm going to talk to you about my most used EDC tool that I've actually ever had, and that's this bad boy right here. It's a utility blade, and there's kind of a story behind this, a few stories actually. So back in the day, when I started going back to college and left my full-time job, but I was working at Sears, and may they rest in peace. But yeah, actually, you know what? No, I'm glad they're off the face of the earth. That place was so mismanaged and it sucked, and part of the reason why was this is what I came there with was I worked in like the merchandising, so I would like take stuff out, stock shelves and stuff like that. And so to do that, you cut open a lot of boxes, and this was the box opener I had brought with me. And how on earth do you unlock it? Oh, so yeah, this is what I brought with me, and it was great because I could just like easily like you push this little button and out comes a blade. That was perfect. But then someone came up and was like, "You can't do that. You need one that like locks." And I was like, "What? Like this like retracts when I'm not using it? How is that less safe than one that is like always sticking out until you actually have to put it back in?" I'm sure they had their reasons, but just one of those Sears things that, you know, I had to be making minimum wage, and they're like, "Well, you need to get a different one." So I went over and I bought this, a Craftsman utility blade. And that's what I mean is like you put it out and then it's out. It's out there forever. So this I carried with me for a couple years every day. I had this on a little, I would loop it onto my belt, and then I just whip it out and, you know, not have to worry about dropping it or whatever. The cool thing there was like it wasn't a forklift I drove in. It was called like a wave or something, which was like this thing that could elevate up really high. But yeah, this prevented me from dropping this onto someone's head or losing it in the abyss. But so yeah, this cut open a lot of boxes. It was easy release. You just pull that thing up and that goes in. That's a weird looking utility blade. That's like a mini one. I wonder if I'm not gonna do this live. What? That one's even smaller. Christ. What do I have? Come here, CIVIVI. I don't know if this will work. Okay. No, I don't. Do these use like special blades or something like that? Let's see. Hey, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I hadn't changed that out in years, which is kind of bad after what I'm going to tell you soon. But anyway, worked at Sears for a couple years, and at some point they like transitioned me to work into the back area. Like we lost our budget or something in merchandising, and they were like, "Okay, now you're going to go like unload stuff into people's cars." I was called like backroom associate pickup, I don't know, but part of that job I did a lot of also unboxing things. We had to like do freight, take stuff off the truck and everything like that. We had like tons of boxes of pillows and stuff like that we had to break down, but very carefully, because if you cut through a pillow then there'd be feathers everywhere. But yeah, that was kind of the beginning of the end when I worked back there. But because customers are garbage. God, people suck, man. Oh, I brought my little sedan, put a lawnmower in it. Are you kidding? They weren't kidding. But yeah, some of the fun I had though was like putting together grills and stuff like that, until one fell on my head. I had to go down and retrieve one to put in someone's sedan, and like I was calling on my little walkie-talkie and no one came to help me, and I was like, well, I'll do it myself. And I went up in the wave and I was trying to like kind of pivot it down or whatever. And then it just kind of landed on my neck a little bit. I was fine, but I was like, it fell to the ground and got dented up real good. And I was like, you know what? Good. Anyway, long story short, I was not destined for that place long at that point. So me and my nice Craftsman utility blade went elsewhere. Around that time, I ended up getting an internship through school, and it was a paid one, which was actually pretty rare in this world anymore, especially back then. And so I went off to do that, but in the meantime, I started helping my uncle he had a trash route in like a rural part of the state, and so I would go out there every Friday and for 5 or so hours help go around the different neighborhoods and throw away all the trash. But like stuff would get stuck onto the garbage truck all the time. Stuff would get like in the bed of it, on the rails on the side and everything like that. So this thing followed me there and came in handy, cutting things off, prying things up, getting things out of my shoes, just like all kinds of things like that. Like we'd do it when it was like icy out, and this would help like kind of get the ice off of trash cans that had frozen and stuff like that. And it just, I used this thing a lot, and it was really nice. And I don't know, some good memories, some gross memories, some mostly good memories, I guess. But yeah, it still blows my mind. They're like, oh, it doesn't lock. I'm a grown man working there, you know, like, give me a break. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of a bummer too with doing the gazebos. Is like, well, if they aren't gonna let you have this, certainly weren't gonna let me have a knife. So that like gets rid of 90% of multi-tools I would be able to work with. You know, like John Garage could have started way back then. It would have been more like John Bathroom though, because I wouldn't have a garage at that point. It'd be like, and that'd be the only place where I could have solitude, I guess. Or John Bedroom maybe. I don't know. My name has changed a lot, I guess, over the years. So yeah, even now, like, yeah. So not just this one in particular, but like box cutters in general have probably been my most used like EDC type of tool or whatever. And I kind of made this video because I've been revisiting them, because now, you know, they didn't have these types of things back then, which would have been 10 years ago at this point. But now they have these like, it looks like a little knife, but it's a box cutter. And they have like the little button locks and everything like that. You can do like your little reverse flick and just all the stuff like that. Oh God, I imagined what I wish I could have brought one of these to work with me at Sears and seen what they would have said. They would have been like, I don't know, they can't flip like that. Because I'd be like, well, it locks open. That's what you wanted. It's too scary for the customers. It's like, well, you have me working in the back room now. Well, it's going to scare your fellow associates. And then I'd be like, well, I have an internship now. Goodbye. And I'm a garbage man now. Anyway, no, these things are cool. And I'm kind of exploring, like, carrying one of these around instead of a like folding knife, because they do like 90% of what you'd need a folding knife for, honestly, cutting stuff open. I guess like the downside is with just having the tip, and like can't really do that with a box cutter. But I don't know, and the nice thing about this is like I'm still practicing like how to sharpen knives using the Work Sharp guided field sharpener. I won't say I'm that great. I've got them pretty sharp though, but with this, you know, you just take the blade off and replace it. But that's kind of the thing with these like newer ones, is that like this, for instance, has a little, it's a Torx screw there. So, you know, if you don't have a Torx bit on you, you're kind of out of luck if you want to switch that thing out. But with this, you just pulled that thing up and then it comes out. With this, you like, you know, crack its spine open and rip out its guts, and easy peasy. Yeah, so far, I don't know. I'm gonna go into this more in a separate video about like, oh, are utility knives better than a non-utility knife? But I don't know. I'm kind of thinking it's just like, you know, in this world, a lot of these tools, like, they can cut things just fine, but it's not so much about the cutting. It's about what your tool like says about you, I guess. Not so much for me, but like a lot of people are like, have 10 of the same knife, but they're all different colors and stuff like that. Like, I don't really get it sometimes, but that's something I'm going to be exploring in the future. Like, I kind of gravitate towards like, I want to try new and unique different types of things and stuff like that. I've had a few people call me out in the comments like, oh, hey man, you just get addicted to shopping and stuff. It's like, well, one, I'm kind of starting up a like EDC review channel here. I gotta kind of get some stuff to get my hands on and try out and everything. And two, like, these are all things that I just think are neat, and now it's like I have even more of an incentive to actually get them and test them out and everything like that, and like share my thoughts with you instead of just, you know, going up to my wife every day and being like, oh, I got this new little EDC thing, as she just slowly goes insane. So yeah, I guess long story short, you're taking the place of my wife. So I thank you all. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for future videos where I just go on long, winding rabbit holes into my past and how the weird things that happened to me turned me into the John Garage I am today. So stay tuned. Goodbye.